Hi, Norman.
How are you?
Very good. We're live already, so we're already live, and I'm just putting the students back in the waiting room. How are you doing?
It's crazy.
I know it's so crazy. It's
The
great to
world.
see you. And look at
I
all of
know.
your busy room that you're in with all your books and
Yeah, it's sort of a little alcove off of the living room, you know.
nice, nice.
So this has been my home
Hmm.
for the last 5 months.
I know. So amazing.
Yeah, it's been really something. How are you doing?
Fantastic. We're actually doing really good. We have a nice like family feel, a family pod. We've got a beautiful backyard, a nice comfortable home. And this Inside Music Academy has kept us really vibrantly attached and
Sure.
busy and learning stuff. Great to learn new apps and all that
Oh
goodness.
yeah.
So it's been a good learning time for us. Now, Norman, we go online in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you want to put yourself back in the waiting room? And I've just been like putting up some music and some screenshots.
Oh, okay. Hang on one second. I want you to test
Okay.
what it sounds like when I actually play a couple of notes. So
Okay. That's great.
I had to put rosin on to make sure that my bow actually would hit the
I
string.
know. I know that feeling. I've been enjoying the non-practicing aspect of COVID-19.
Ha!
I don't know if I ever want to play again.
Can you see okay?
Yeah, perfect. Nice. What kind of microphone do you have?
It's a Blue Yeti.
Yeah, that's what I have too. It's the best.
It's on a boom over the computer screen,
Oh,
and then it's on that in order to be able to just to make sure that it doesn't have any contact with the surface top.
yeah, that's smart.
Well, because when you have this guy, right,
Right.
it picks up it picks up everything. But
That's
more important, what is on my desktop? I want to show you.
okay.
Well, I have two things I want to show you.
All right. Very nice.
Dr. Fauci. There's,
That that is an impressive bobblehead.
and on the back it says flatten the curve.
Very nice.
Okay, then here's the other one. This is from Bonn.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I'm familiar.
Yes, I know.
Oh, you're kidding me. That's
The
really
Beethoven duck.
excellent. That is so great. I'm
So the
glad they have special place there for you.
yeah. Anyway, I wanted to show that to you. Well, since
Excellent.
we don't want to get silly in front of the kids.
No, certainly
Very
not.
important that we're very serious.
Very serious. Okay, so Norman, why don't you and
Yep.
I both disappear for about 4 minutes,
Okay.
and then come back. We'll bring you back in from the waiting room. Okay. So I'm
Yep.
gonna disappear too.
Bye.
Bye bye. See you in a couple minutes. unmute you, Norman, and let's see here. Ainsley is coming in.
Good.
Okay, and I'll do a little introduction in just a moment. Let's see, she's connecting. This is very exciting.
Yes.
Have you been doing many virtual things this summer?
Yeah, some one-offs. They have a whole series at Tanglewood. I'm hosting all the Sunday morning chamber music concerts.
Great.
And so we have 2 more left out of a 7-concert series.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was a big project. All archival.
Mm-hmm.
But
Great.
it's fun to sort of put it together around certain topics, etc.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think we can go ahead and start. I'm going to just do my little introduction here.
Yep.
So here it goes. Welcome to Inside Music Academy's masterclass series. We are so fortunate to have renowned cellist and pedagogue Norman Fischer with us today. I am Anthea Creston, Director of Inside Music Academy. Norman Fischer's passion and vision have guided classical musicians for many years, both as a professor at Rice University Shepherd School of Music and as a master teacher at the Tanglewood Music Center. Today, Professor Fischer will be teaching 3 of the young cellists from Inside Music Academy, an innovative virtual music academy which opened its doors to students from around the world 8 short weeks ago, fostering the love of music through lessons, ensembles, electives from composition to podcasting, and continuing this fall with 6-week sessions for ages 8 through college. Welcome and thank you, Norman Fischer, for being with us today and inspiring us all.
Oh, it's so fun to be with you all. And hello.
This is Zippy. This is our oldest.
And yeah, so we are. It's such an honor and privilege to be with you, and I'm so excited about what you've been doing. Anthea, this is just amazing.
It's kept us busy. It's kept us entertained.
Right.
And Ainsley, I see you down there. I know that your camera is hidden, so I think she's going to come here. And Norman, I'm going to be on the screen, but I'm going to hide myself so I can pop in if needed. Okay?
Sure.
Thank
Hi,
you
Ainsley.
so much.
How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. And so I understand you have some Bach for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's. Would you like to play that for me?
Yeah.
Ainsley, that's wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love that timing at the end. You made us wait. That was really great. It's really fun. So, Can you tell me about Jigs as a dance? What do you know anything about what it is to dance a jig or anything about that?
Um, I feel like it's upbeat and
Oh, it sure is. That's good. Good. Anything else?
there's like, a lot of triplets and that music.
You've always got those triplets inside. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that makes it feel like it's swinging a little bit, right? Okay. One of the things that's, um, if you ever go to let's say like a fiddling contest or something like that, summer is usually a great time to go out and hear fiddlers playing outside and everybody having a good dance. A lot of traditional fiddlers play like that, right? So lots of times, one of the things that they're doing is right? Feels really, really fun. You know what I'm saying? Has a lot of that good swing on it. I think, actually, two things about what you could do physically to make it feel like that is feel like when your bow arm is moving, that it has a nice natural swing. That you're not digging into the string, but just sort of letting it go back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Can you try for me once the first bar and just repeat it? Ba da 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 dum ba da da be da dum be da 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 and just allow it to, I know that's going to be a little weird in your brain, right? It's okay, you're already pre-forgiven if you have trouble with that. But let's try it and just see if you can let your arm relax more and even go back and forth swinging. Think of yourself like a fiddler, okay? So if you can be da 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 be da 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 be da 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 like in the old days when we had vinyl records, there used to be a skip in the record. Right now, every time you play, make it feel a little more like you're hanging out and just going back and forth and not worry about whether it's staying the same dynamic all the time. Just concentrate on the swing, how it feels. Good, good, good. Don't be so serious, okay? You said this was upbeat. This is a lot of fun, okay? So you have that kind of swing about it, which makes it feel even more fun. So that would be the first thing I would want to make sure, because you agree with me, I think, that this is really upbeat, right? And those triplets have a nice natural swing to them. The next thing would be sort of the storytelling part of this too, right? This feels a little bit like if we're at that, let's say, outdoor fiddling thing and everybody's grabbing a hamburger or a hot dog and we're all hanging out and sitting on the grass and all kinds of stuff, the fun stuff, right? And then so people are talking and it's just good old fun kind of conversation. And the Bach is a little like that. It's sort of very much like sentences or parts of sentences. And so sometimes you want to make sure that we put the punctuation in. I'll bet you're a good writer, aren't you? Yeah, I'm sure you are. So if you're going to write a story or something like that, right? You're going to want to put periods sometimes a comma, right? Sometimes a paragraph, right? And so all those things are in this jig. And that'll be important because you don't want to necessarily feel like you're going from beginning to end without some inflection points, right? Now, that's a little bit up to you, but I think Bach has been pretty clear about how he does that. So if you think about it this way, let's say, ba ba do 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 ba 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 bum. Ba ba da ba ba da ba be da. Ba ba da da dee do ba ba da da dee do ba 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 bum ba da bum bum. Bum pa da 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 dee da 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 dee 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 da da da. Just kidding. Now, I'm making big pauses, right? But you know, if you were just speaking that, you might go ba ba do da da do da ba be ba 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 da ba da ba da da ba be da 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 ba ba da da dee ba 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 bum bum pa dum bum pa pum pa da 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 dee dee da da dee da 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 ba da dee ba ba ba. So lots of different kinds of characters in that, right? It can be a little bit silly. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so let's try first. See if you can say it or sing it like I was doing and be just a little bit goofy. Can you do that?
Yeah.
So you feel like you're going to be able to take your time and be better to exaggerate it the first time. So I feel like you're a real good comedy character, okay?
Okay. Time to sing it.
Yeah. Okay. What does it feel like? You're a lot of time, right? And you're not. So now, what about the ta ta da 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 dee da da da? It's minor, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's a big difference. And he does that the second time too, doesn't he? So it's almost like saying, "Hey, we're having a great time. Aren't you sad that Charlie couldn't make it?" Yeah, me too. But when you see him later, dum bum bum bum, then it's major again, right? So there's a little bit. Some of the beginning of that is just good old fun, but then there's that one thing that's not. It's not really tragic, or just a little bit sad that Charlie couldn't come, or whoever your best friend couldn't might make it to the picnic, kind of thing. Does that make sense? All right, let's try one more time with the cello, but don't force yourself to play ahead. Make sure we can hear your sentence structure, okay? I thought that was great. How does that feel?
It feels better.
You've got a lot more time, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for example, like if I'm doing something like that, I like to tuck it in a little bit. Can you see me okay?
Yes, I can.
sentences?
Yes, I could.
Yeah. One of the things I love about that jig is the minor, the little tear in the eye. Charlie couldn't make it, you know? And there's a little bit, you have to wait for it a little bit to make sure that you're all sad when you start. Did you notice something that I did in the second half that was just a little bit different?
You did slow down a little bit into it.
A little bit, yeah. And then just to make sure that make sure that all the punctuation's there, right?
Yeah.
How about ba-bee-da-da, da-da-dee, ba-bee-da-da, da-da-dee, da-dee-da-da, da-da-dee, da-da-da, ba-ba. You hear that? I think of that like somebody trying to tickle me. You know, da-dee-da, hee. You know, getting in there and sort of just a little bit, trying to be funny, you know, and that it has just a little bit of fun. So I don't play that very big. I sort of, it's like tickling it a little bit, tease it a little bit. Okay, do you want to try that second half? And look at those places where you can make your, your changes. Okay? Good. Okay, let's try once again, and I want you to think about, so you don't feel like you're pressed, okay? More like you feel sort of, remember how relaxed your arm felt when you got really goofy like that?
Yeah.
Okay, try again. Just play a open string and go back and forth with your arm and swing it nice way, right? Go ahead. How's it? Feels good, right? You don't even have to use so much bow, but that's the right idea. Okay, try again. The second half, and take your time. Don't play beat until you're. Make sure we can hear the punctuation. Okay. Boy, that sounds great. And it's more comfortable, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And you can make even, better sounds and have more fun. The important thing is you want your audience to be smiling and to feel as good as you can. Then you're really helping Bach to make sure that the cheerfulness and that little tear in the eye too comes through. That's wonderful. Ainsley, beautiful job. Thank you.
Fantastic job, Ainsley, and thank you, Norman. I just felt like I'm dancing over here. And thank you for kind of giving us a chance to be free with the rhythm. Sometimes it's hard to feel that because you feel like you practice with a metronome, but really when you were playing it, it felt so free and so spontaneous. Both of you sound just fantastic.
It's outdoors music, I think, actually.
That's just great. Ainsley, I think you can be done. Fantastic. And next, and Ainsley, where are you living? Can you remind us?
I'm in Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore, Maryland, which is exciting. And then I think Naomi is going to be coming in just a moment. I'm just going to go ahead and admit her. And she's from Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ainsley. Good job. And here comes Naomi.
Hey, Naomi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. So you're from Portland, huh?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. Excellent. And what grade are you in?
I'm going to be in seventh grade.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you. How long have you played Boccherini?
I started playing just in the beginning of July.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's great. So how much of this do you have for me?
I will be playing the first 2 pages of the first movement.
I can't wait to hear it. One of my favorites. Wow. Brava.
Thank you.
Nice energy and commitment to your
Thanks.
playing. It's just great. And you have um there's a good sense of how you're dealing with the cello to make it sing and
Mhm.
also to give it oomph when you really
Yeah.
really want to do that. That's really good.
Thank you.
One of I would sort of say one of the things that's a big part of my teaching is learning when you're thinking about the physical part of how you play the cello, that
Mhm.
sometimes we have to work against our natural tendency to make it really fluent and good.
Yeah.
And so, in this regard, what we want to do when we're thinking about the physical process is to take something that's complicated to do and make it simpler. So, that kind of practicing is like solving puzzles.
Mhm.
So, so that you're sort of saying, I've got to figure this out so it's going to be better. And what we want to try to do when we're figuring that out is find out how your body works naturally,
Mhm.
body structure. I'm sure you talked to your teacher about that. I can tell you've got some good smarts up there about that. Also, how does the bow work and how does the cello ideally work? So the cello is resonating freely, the bow is in harmony with that, and that the body is in harmony with the bow and the cello.
Mhm.
So when you want to make your commitment, which I already told you was really strong, and your energy is really strong, you want to make sure it doesn't become tight,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Because that's the most natural thing. I'm committed.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything I can because I can feel it. Right? Right. So I'd like you to feel like you can sit up nice and straight
Mhm.
and play just a tiny bit slower to make sure that all the notes are sounding in a resonant way. So I might think about it like this. I haven't played this piece in a long time. Ah! Now, can you hear that?
Yes.
So there's a little bit of a inner sing in the sound,
Mm-hmm.
right? But also, can you see I'm trying to allow the bow sort of to paint the inside of that?
Mm-hmm.
So I play the last note, this note, this one. You're a little bit in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to just try that opening again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so already I can hear the cello ringing a little bit better. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're not, I know you were excited when you started to play, but
Yeah.
part of that is that we want to feel, as an artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
We always want to feel like we use our own personal time
Yeah.
to be able to make it speak the way that we want it to speak. So we should never feel like we're in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the audience listening out there will say, wow, that was so amazing, right? You say, yeah, but just between us, that was very coordinated, right?
Yeah.
And that makes it sound much faster to the audience, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try this opening one more time, because the very first thing that you do is kind of tricky, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, so basically, you'd like to this. You want to just try that? Bum bum bum. Now make it nice, make it easy. So you're. Try keeping it on the string a little more. So. Right, but not pressing it, right? So. Yeah, good. Now just a little less bow and do the same thing. See, I'm not using much, right? Good. Then you do. Then more bow here, right?
Yeah.
Bravo. So basically the bow, this is a slow moving bow on the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and then it accelerates into the B flat.
Yeah.
So that's just a nice way to get through that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of time, so I want to get over some of those other things. You understand that part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you have I remember when I saw this music for the very first time, my teacher gave it to me, and I said, "This music looks so incredibly fast. Oh, those 30-second notes. I don't know if I can play that fast." I said, "No, the tempo is slower than you think." Right? So there's something psychological when you look at the notations, because you think, I've got to play as fast as I can, then it gets you all crammed up, right?
Yeah.
But when you're you know, that can all feel a little more singing.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe you could do. I know you were doing it back here, right? Okay. Now let's try one more time, so you can hear.
Okay.
So the first little notes. Well, travels like that, right? So let the bow travel and feel nice and relaxed with your arm.
Okay.
Bravo, good. And then you don't actually have to squeeze it. You just let the bow do it.
Yeah.
All right, so when you're playing it faster, you just use a little less bow and it's already faster. You see what I mean? Okay, and then try. Now, what am I doing that's different?
I think that you're using different bowings.
Ah, it's possible. I don't remember that, but I'm also vibrating. Ah! You say, that's ridiculous. There's no time to do that. But it sounds better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
A little more bow and a little bit of vibrato on those apex notes.
Okay. So,
Okay. I know this is very confusing, Naomi. Basically, what's happening, I think you're using the international edition, aren't you?
using the Grootsmacher.
Yes, right, exactly. So the last note on the bow is the note that we're actually looking at.
Oh, okay.
So that it has a little bit of vibrato and a little bit of connection. How you
Okay.
get around the corners, right? Okay, try again.
Oh, the last. Oh. Like that, or?
Actually, is it? Maybe I'm misremembering it. When I played this, it was probably 55 years ago. Okay, so I might have forgotten something.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I remembered was this.
Okay.
Is that different than what you have?
I think it's the same.
Ah, okay. So the last note. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. So now, when you're doing that, so you make a kind of a smooth connection. It doesn't need to be super long. You don't want the sound out of tempo.
Yeah, yeah.
Have a little extra connection.
Okay.
Now, this high music is like touching a chorus of angels. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you need to try to find out, what can I do? See?
Yeah.
Part of what's going to make that a little bit easier.
Mhm.
See, this take something that's hard to do and make it easy. Is not to play with so much bow pressure
Okay.
and keep yourself super relaxed. Because when you're playing in the higher register,
Mhm.
basically the bow needs a little more speed and a little less pressure for it to sound,
Okay.
right? Than what you would do in the low register.
Yeah.
Can you start from the? Can you start there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Now just relax. You want to feel like. Do you have any animals at home?
No, I don't.
Have you ever been to a house with animals?
Yes, I have.
Are you allergic?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So you can pet them, right?
Yeah.
You're allowed to do that.
Yes, I am.
That's what we're doing right now. You
Okay.
sort of, the bow feels like it's caressing, very, very nice, and like, sing to me, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now, be very, very tender and special, okay?
Okay.
Nice, nice. See, you don't have to, when you've played the note, just let it hang and let the vibrato happen. I know you're on thumb, but you can still vibrate, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Try again. And keep playing. Okay, good. And so this is playful. I wouldn't think about this as like an extreme popper etude.
Yeah.
Okay? Like it's dancing. And that could be just almost like a little bit of a whisper.
Mhm.
Okay? Let's try ba-da-dee, ba-da-dee-dee, da-da-dee-dee, da-da-dee-dee, da-da-dee-dee.
Sure.
Okay, bravo. That sounded much better to me.
Thank you.
Can you hear how the cello is ringing differently?
Yeah, I definitely heard that too.
Okay, so each time you do one of those shifts,
Mhm.
think about it ahead. When
Yeah.
you're shifting into it, you feel nice and balanced. And so it's going to be each step is another journey into heaven.
Yes.
So you want it to really sparkle and be very special.
Mhm.
One of the coolest things about this is the last thing that we can do, unfortunately, for time. One of the coolest things that we do as cellists is that it's the only instrument that really covers the entire range of the human voice.
Yeah.
And so that's the highest soprano you can imagine, right? And
Yeah.
then ba da dee, then you have that's your lowest sound that the bass can sing.
Yeah.
Listen, congratulations to you, Naomi. That's beautiful playing. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful job. Thank you, Naomi. Sounds just great. And we'll see you soon, I'm sure.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Adrian here is coming in, and he is a local Corvallis student.
Great.
And do you realize, Norman, do you know this, that the last person who won Tchaikovsky for cello was from Corvallis?
Of course.
Vladimir Fung from Corvallis.
Of course.
Isn't that crazy? We're a teeny little university town. Have you ever been to Corvallis?
Yeah, sure. I played a couple of times with the Concord Quartet.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they have a great, I'm going to ask Adrian to start his video. They've got a great chamber music series, and
Yeah.
it's a great, great place. So here's Adrian. He's
Hey,
studying-
Adrian. How's it going?
I'm gonna let
I'm
you guys
doing
chat.
well. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Nice to see you.
Just gotta change my name real quick.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so here you are. So, what do you have from Dvorak? We don't have a lot of time, unfortunately. So, what would you like to get feedback on?
So I have prepared the first 5 pages. I can play the last two of the first movement. I can play the last two, but it still needs a little work.
Well, let's see. You know, that's going to take almost more time than what we've got. So,
Yeah.
would it be okay to play the beginning or the first couple of pages, the exposition, basically?
Yep.
Okay. So, where are you in school?
I am a rising junior in high school.
A junior?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Looking forward.